Hello, my name is Elite and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will explain the meaning, definition and the example of all phrasal verbs of call. Call away. The definition of call away is to cause to leave or go, summon. Now let me show the example of call away phrasal verb in say. Customer service is complete, with full-time technical staff just to call away. If you can't handle this job by yourself, I'm just a phone call away. Nothing can call away his attention from the project he is now working at. She was called away from the meeting to take an urgent phone call. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of call. Call down. The definition of call down is to pray for, to request from God. Now let me show the example of call down phrasal verb in sentences are. Then I heard him call down from the attic for me to open the stairs door wide. The teacher wanted to call down the student for interrupting, but he didn't. He spoke softly, as though any loudness here would call down trouble. Hubert decided to call down the famous film star because the latter had insulted his wife. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of call. Call for. The definition of call for is a cry made as a summons or to attract someone's attention. Now let me show the example of call for phrasal verb in sentences are. The cities of southern Italy do not here call for special attention. There were many men ready on the last call for volunteers to descend the shaft. Some recipes call for the dried chilies to be roasted first to bring out their flavor. There would be no time to launch the lifeboats, call for help or even say goodbye. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of call. Call in. The definition of call in is to summon someone, especially for help or advice, or to call someone. Now let me show the example of call in phrasal verb in sentences are. This is one situation where the better course of action is to call in an expert. Is there a voice scrambler so we have more security when we call in tips? Ports of call in California include Los Angeles, San Diego, and Catalina Island. Your best bet is to call in a plumber and have him evaluate your setup. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of call. Call off. The definition of call off is cancel an event or agreement. Now let me show the example of call off phrasal verb in sentences are. Why did they call off their $1 million quest for the psychic tipster? Rescuers had to call off the search because of worsening weather conditions. Romania's government issued a last-minute appeal to him to call off his trip. The administration has officially asked transportation workers to call off their strike. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of call. Call on. The definition of call on is to visit a person, to pay a call to. Now let me show the example of call on phrasal verb in sentences are: he had invited Miss Sullivan and me to call on him one Sunday afternoon. Then, lo and behold, another visitor arrives to call on the popular gentleman. Call any number, even your own cell phone, and put your call on the speaker. A representative of the company will call on you to assess the damage. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of call. Call out. The definition of call out is: summon someone to deal with an emergency or provide a service. Now let me show the example of call out phrasal verb in sentences are: when you get one hit, you then call out a coordinate that is 5 spaces away. In past years, a gentleman should call out any man who was rude to his wife. The autocratic government called out the army to suppress the workers' strike. One threatened to call out the National Guard to defend Atlanta's water rights. Please like, share, subscribe and support my channel. That's all for this video. See you in next video.